as promised, I have done a makeup look with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. The look is right here. And it is absolutely beautiful. The model I did it on is Philippa Baston. I'll put her Instagram down below. This look I think was very beautiful. It was requested by someone through private message on Instagram. And I really like doing these fun tutorials for you guys. I'd like to mix up the video and I put a voiceover on top, so one, the video isn't so long, and it just makes it easier when you're doing it on someone else. So of course this look it's very bright and it's very bold, so you are more than welcome to dull it down. If you're wearing it out to a party or to dinner, if you're that bold, you need to tone it down a little bit and use a darker yellow, a more musty orangey colour, and a more browny maroon red. If you are doing it as a makeup look like I did, obviously go as bright and bold as you want. And again, if you're doing it for the party or going out, the yellow in the middle, you'd want to use maybe a silver glitter pigment, a white base and not put anything on it, or you can use, which I really like, is like a bronzy glitter pigment. So without further ado, let's get into the videos. Any questions, pop them down in the comments. Okay, so of course the first thing we're going to do is apply our moisturiser. I use a brush, it's just softer on the face when you're working with someone else. All the moisturiser does is just protect your face from the foundation and any other products that you're going to put on your face in the makeup look. And it just also hydrates your skin and preps it for the makeup to come. Okay, so we're now moving on to our brow gel. This is the Rimmel brow gel. I'm just pushing them up. I like brows to be nice and natural, and obviously she didn't mind what I did. So I'm just pushing the brows up with some Rimmel brow gel, and I'm just going to leave them like that. I'm now just going to bring out a spoolie and just really push those hairs up into place and keep them nice and firm with the brow gel. Okay, next I'm going to be taking some P. Louise base. It is shade number 2, and the Purple Envy carving brush. I'm just making a fine line across the eyebrow and then pulling down towards the end of the eyebrow. Make sure you fill in the whole lid. I'm just patting it in here and filling it all in. You want to make sure it goes on your nose as well, because you don't want any harsh lines for when you're putting on your foundation. And the same on the outer eye as well. Okay, so the brush I just used for the cut crease was the F75 Purple Envy brush. This is the Just Up 221 brush. I'm just going to use this to set the base, and you want to preferably use a big fluffy brush for this, as it's not too rough and it won't displace the P. Louise. This will help set the P. Louise and help the base to grab onto the eyeshadow and make it more pigmented when you place it on the eye. Okay, so I'm just taking my Purple Envy 850 brush and dipping into Livin My Best by the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This is the new one. Okay, so I'm taking my bullet point brush from Purple Envy Cosmetics, and I'm going in with that red that I showed you in the last clip, and I'm just making a nice curved line in her crease, making it as in-depth, as pigmented as you would like it to be. Obviously you could go more or less, it doesn't really matter, it's your look and make it yours. Okay, now I'm taking a flatter brush from Purple Envy Cosmetics and I'm just doing small circles on the rim of the line I just made, just to blend it out a little bit and ready for the orange to go on top. Just there's no harsh lines when you place the orange. If you do not blend out the red, there will be a harsh line and it won't look as good. When you blend it out, it just makes the red look fade it a little bit, and it'll blend nicely in with the orange, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so this is the Purple Envy 830 brush and I'm just dabbing into the shade My Man in, again, the Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe. Now I'm taking that orange and I am placing it on the half blended part of the red and half pigmented bit of the red. This is so that the orange doesn't go too far up and doesn't blend well with the red. If you do half and half, it stays nice and low. You can put as much or as less pigment on there as you would like, and it blends nice and lovely in with the red. So the same as we did with the red earlier, we're going to take the Purple Envy 834 brush, that is the flat one, and we're just going to blend out the orange with nice little circles, ready for the next layer to go on. Okay, so again with the Purple Envy Cosmetics, this is the 832 brush, I believe, and I'm just going to dab into No Joke in the Morphe palette. So now we're going to apply this stunning yellow from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Again, half and half on the pigmented part of the orange and half on the yellow part of the orange. Don't worry if it goes a bit on the red, because we are going to reapply the colours later and it will become bolder and brighter than before. This is the Purple Envy 834 brush and we're just going back in with the pigment My Man and we're just going to reapply that again. So now we are reapplying the orange just to make it a little bit brighter. And we don't want to put too much because we don't want to overshadow the yellow. I think this orange is so beautiful and it really complements the darker red and the lighter yellow on the top. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just blending the orange into the yellow after I just brushed the excess orange off. This time we're going in with the 834 and dabbing into Heart On by Purple Envy Cosmetics. Same as we did with the orange and the yellow, we're going to brighten up that red and just put it in the crease. After that, I will brush off the excess of the red like I did with the orange and just blend the shade of red into the orange, and then that way we get a nice blend throughout of the lid. Okay, so this is exactly the same shade as I used for the base before the eyeshadow. This again is the S75 Purple Envy carving brush. And I'm just going to make a crease. So I put it on the bottom bit of the lid and I get her to look up. And now I just make the shape starting from the middle, and then I go into the inner corner and just make a curved like a dome, and meet up with the dot at the top, just so I know that the base isn't going to go any higher than that and it won't ruin any of the makeup. Okay, so now I'm taking the purple NV824 brush, I believe, and I'm just going to dab this onto the P. Louise base, just to set it ready for the pigment to go on top. I do apologise for this, you can't really see the pigment name, but it is a Black Heart Beauty pigment in Mercy, and I'm just going to take a flat small brush to apply this to the lid. I am now taking the pigment Mercy and I'm just pushing it into the P. Louise cut crease that we just made, all over the eyelid, leaving a gap on the end to blend the colours in. Taking the 834 brush from Purple Envy Cosmetics, I'm going back in with the shade My Man. I'm now taking the shade My Man and I am just blending it in with that lovely yellow pigment from Black Heart Beauty. This just makes a gradient and a lovely blend, and I think it just looks absolutely stunning. Now I'm taking the 834 brush from Purple Envy Cosmetics and dabbing into Heart On. Same as I did with the orange, I'm now going to blend that in with the orange and the yellow pigment. Again, it just adds to the gradient and makes the end of the red look a lot brighter, and it gives a bit more depth and shade to the look. I'm now taking the Maybelline eyeliner and putting it on the waterline. I'm now going to go ahead and take a makeup wipe and remove any fall down from the pigment or eyeshadow, ready to apply the foundation on top. This is the Barry M Future Length Mascara. I'm now just going to apply the mascara to the top eyelashes, just so that the false eyelashes have something to stick to and you don't have a gap between the false eyelashes and your natural eyelashes. This is the MAC Long Lasting Foundation. I'm now just going to apply this all over the face, making sure when you blend it in, you go down the neck and on the ears, as in photos or when someone looks at you, your ears or your neck don't look a different colour. Make sure to wet your Beauty Lip blender beforehand. I did do this beforehand, but I didn't think that I needed to do it on camera. So I just sprayed it with some water that I had in a spray bottle. Make sure you just blend it everywhere, and normally I used a pressed powder, but I didn't this time. This is the Revolution highlighter and contour palette and the iconic London brush that I like using for contour. I just dab it across the three top ones and flick a bit off and apply. Okay, so when I apply my contour, I like to dab it on like I do with my eyeshadow and not brush it on. This gives it a lot more depth, and when brushing it on you don't get as much on there and it looks very careless. When you dab it on, it looks very controlled. You can also control it more, and you'll get a nice in-depth line, and it will look amazing in the photos. Sometimes I take a really big fluffy brush and I do blend it out a little bit more, but I do keep it dark and in depth. I do believe now I'm taking the 854 brush from Purple Envy Cosmetics and dabbing into those 3 contour colours again, and just contouring those nose with a smaller brush, just so it's nice and controlled. And if you do it with a bigger brush, it goes all over the nose and you end up with a brown nose. Whether if you do it with a smaller brush, you get nice defined lines. And also when you blend it out, I would recommend using a big fluffy brush, and it'll just make the nose look nice and contoured without using a big brush in the first place. This is the iconic London setting spray, my absolute favourite. I am now using the Future is Bright highlighter palette from Purple Envy Cosmetics and going on with a bronzy goldy colour in the middle. This will really complement the eyeshadow and contour. So the same as the contour and the eyeshadow, I like to keep everything the same as I love this technique. I like to dab it first and then lightly brush it into place. I think this is a lovely technique for putting on the highlighter, and of course you can put as little as much as you want. I put quite a lot because it looks nice and glowy in my photos. So this is the This Is Me palette by Purple Envy Cosmetics, using a Lamora brush. It's quite thin and I'm using the shimmer shade. I'm just going to place it in the corner of the eyes. So with the fine Lamora brush, I'm just going to go in the inner corner of her eyes and just dab some of that shimmer in there, just to highlight the corners and complement the eyeshadow. These are the Ariel eyelashes from Purple Envy Cosmetics, one of my absolute favourite eyelashes. So next, this is the Purple Envy eyelash glue. I'm just going to apply them on the band of the eyelashes. So this is a longer clip and I'm just going to be applying the Ariel lashes. And please appreciate it is so difficult to put on lashes on someone else. I'm just trying to place them now, but we did manage and they do look absolutely stunning. What I do is, once I place the mascara on your natural eyelids, on your natural eyelashes, I like to pinch the false lashes and your natural lashes together, just so there's no gap, which is what I am doing right now. So this is a matte light nude lipstick, and I just think this will really complement the colour of her face, contour and eyeshadow, and it won't draw attention to the lips and more the eyeshadow. And last but not least, I'm going to be using the Revolution gloss, and I'm just going to be applying this on top of the matte lipstick just to give it a nice glossy look. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said at the beginning, any questions or queries or anything else regarding my videos, please pop them down in the comment section below. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully reviewing the products.